Okay, so now we've done a basic simulation and done some fixing, we can have a look at some of the other options. I'm going to go down here first. These basically will enable you to change the behaviour of your cloth. Now there's a full listing in the Proza manual of what all these do, but I'm just going to show you the effects. First of all, I have a little script, it's available on my website, that you can go in and just pick a preset. In this case, I'm going to go for rubber. It's the sim number, not the sim name, unfortunately, so this is the first one I've done, so it's number 1, and that's applied my changes, as you can see there. Okay, so I'm just going to pause while I recalculate the simulation, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so that's run now, and we can see a few differences. They're usually fairly minor. As you can see, that crease around there is somewhat less pronounced. That is slightly more crooked. If we have a look around the back, see the back is quite different. Instead of being uniform across here, it's slipped. Our custom morph is still on, so I'm going to turn that off. We need to clear that morph now to redo it. The main thing that I really don't like about it is that it's dragged off her breast and maintained the shape of the mesh, so she's just got somewhat lumpy bits underneath. So, you know, in this situation it's not what I'd use, but saying that, you know, the waist part I think is actually quite nice. Okay, so now if I wanted to keep the skirt and keep the waist as rubber, but wanted the top as something else, that's possible. So you can go to the cloth room and you can create a dynamic group. This means we can have different settings for both groups. So you can have one set as cotton, for example, another set as denim, you know, however you want it. So I've created my dynamic group. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to go to the first frame, hide the other object because it makes life a little bit easier, and to enable me to select things on both sides of the mesh, I want to change my document style to wireframe. Okay, so I'm just going to get to a position where I can select a bunch of verts there, spin it round. It's not very even, so I might use one of the other cameras if I can find my camera controls. If I use the left, that should do. Just select and select until you're ready. If you select something you didn't want, then use the minus option to take them out. Okay, so that's that group set. Change my document window. Back to textured. Set the camera back. Okay. So now I have a skirt group and a default group. The default group is everything at the top, and the skirt group is everything at the bottom. Default is set to rubber still, so I'm now going to change that to something else. And I think I'll just use cotton because that's fairly simple. Applied. And I'm going to switch to a skirt. That's still rubber. Okay. So when I run this simulation, the skirt should more or less stay the same. but the top should act a bit differently. So I'm going to run that, do my pause, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so that's rerun, and we can see that it looks a little different. Yes, a little different, I admit. We've got our nice crease back. The top is holding to the breast a little better, and the skirt has changed a little bit. That's because the top half is behaving differently. It's not behaving like rubber, it's behaving like cotton. So, the whole mesh is in a different place to where it was. Okay, so, so we need to go in and fix those bits again, and a little bit of hand poke through, but that's not a problem. Okay, so that's that bit for the moment. Just to recap, you've got all your settings down here, which are explained in the manual. You've got the script on our website, which is www.posernode.co.uk, and we have a dynamic group. Yes, that's it. Sorry, bit of a brain pause there. Okay, I'll come back in a few minutes in a new video to show you the choreographed, constrained, decorated groups. They're great. Okay.